over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Chiefs and the Voyagers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, I tell you what, partner, I think this guy's going to like running behind his new offensive line.
I agree with you, and you can never have enough good runners. They usually provide a nice little spark with their new team.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, we kind of thought it was a matter of when, not if, that a team might relocate to a spot outside the United States. Canada seemed like the most logical choice, and now here we are in this great... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Rodgers on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Second and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Mabry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 65 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Goldberg, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down after a very gain. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Voyagers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Goldberg. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Goldberg. That is caught, and he will have a Chiefs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
On 1st down, Goldberg. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught. It's Cunningham. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now a give, right side. Mabry. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
2nd down and 8. They'll drop to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll set up a throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll send Rodgers in motion right. On 3rd down, Mabry. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
But Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space.
8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. An inside give to Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And on now is the punter. He's been terrific so far. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw on second down, Goldberg. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Goldberg. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the upper route, incomplete. It's Yates. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Voyagers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job It results in a terrific play.
The try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Chiefs offense set to go. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Goldberg. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 2nd down now. Mabry, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Goldberg. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Goldberg. Incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Back to throw again. Here's a screen to Powell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And 6 yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. The Falcons pick up that first victory after losses in their first 2 ball games. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Cowboys trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mabry. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run on first down. Mabry taken down at the 42.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Goldberg. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 15 in the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 24 now, here's the second down and 6.
At the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Looking to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And it gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they'll run again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, that was quite a run there, but, boy, the tackling, it has left something to be desired all game long.
By my count, he broke at least 3. Okay, you know my math skills are not that great. Maybe even 4 tackles on that run. And that absolutely just can't happen. If you can't make the play yourself, at least be able to slow him down enough so that some others can get there and get him on the ground.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chiefs 3.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Goldberg. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Mabry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throw complete there. Rodgers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goldberg looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rodgers. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw. Goldberg. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially, and this is going to be intercepted. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Looking to throw on second down. Goldberg. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
First down, Chiefs.
Off play action. Goldberg. And that's caught inside the 35. He is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Off the bootleg. Goldberg. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's second down and 10.
Up the middle they go. Mabry works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there of finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On second down, they'll run it here.
Still going. He's got a full head of steam on his horse.
And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Voyagers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Rodgers on the return.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give to Peterson out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Mabry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Goldberg. And he will find his man on the in route, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man complete. That's Bryant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll, and it's another 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure now this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen. And you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Goldberg. Over the middle, complete. That's Knight. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Throwing on first down, Goldberg. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, Goldberg. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Knight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And quickly they get to the line. On first and 10, Goldberg. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Vancouver, they get back at